I forgot I had my I forgot I had my microphone muted. Greetings, mortals! I am Shadow, the ultimate life form, and welcome back to another Q&A live stream, where we are back doing another live stream. I apologize for the late intro. I forgot my microphone was muted because I'm an idiot and I'm stupid, and I don't check these things before I do the stream because I'm dumb and I'm stupid and I hate myself. Anyway, I am Shadow, the ultimate life form, and welcome back to another Q&A live stream. Back doing another question and answer live stream, meaning that whatever questions you guys ask me in the live stream chat, I'll go ahead and answer on stream. So if you guys want to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, feel free to donate via Super Chat, which allows you to donate to me through YouTube. All you have to do is click that little money icon you see there in the live stream chat and be able to donate to me. Every donation really helps out the channel, so please, if you guys can donate, it really mean a lot. Also, if you guys want to become a member of the channel, become a member by clicking the join icon right next to the subscribe button. This gives you early access to videos before they come out. And without further ado, the live stream chat's back to normal. Chat! The live stream chat's back to normal! Oh, thank God they got rid of the ats, dude. Oh my God, I can see everyone's names now. I know who everyone is. I can recognize Geno, Sonic. I can recognize Cage-chan. I can recognize so many different people now, bro. Oh my God, because YouTube added a new system that was so gay. It added so that the live stream chats only showed everyone's ats instead of their actual usernames. Now I can actually see everyone's usernames. Hey, dude, Superman month next week, bro. I'm so excited, man. Superman next week. What was it like without Maria? Oh, great. Fantastic. Fun. I love life without Maria. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Fantastic for... Anyway. Hi, Dominic. Welcome to the stream. Good seeing you on here. Like I said, guys, you guys any questions you want to ask me, feel free to tell me via the live stream chat. I'll answer whatever you guys have to ask me. Was it finally? I can see everyone's names. I know. How good is that, bro? That was so annoying when they did that. Because the name Father of Makers did not fit for me at all. Then why is that your name? If it doesn't fit you, then why is that your name? By the way, guys, we'll continue Undertale today. When after the stream's over, in like around 8 hours or so, 8 or 9 hours, expect a continuation of Undertale. We're gonna finish the pacifist route on that stream. Have you heard of Vegeta from the Dragon Ball franchise? Yes, of course I have. You know, Widow's Peak. You know, the Chinese ripoff of me. The Chinese ripoff. I wouldn't say Chinese ripoff. More like a, how do I put it? More of a Japanese ripoff of me. I think that's a better way to start that. What is it? So I'll start the Q&A. We immediately start asking Espresso Depresso questions about. Think about me. They start saying, the Depresso Espresso. Think about me, everybody, yo. Isn't the sweet espresso? Say you can sweet, baby, I know. It's with me, espresso. Moving it down and final. Switching it up like Nintendo. Have you played any of the Persona games? No, but I actually really want to. I would stream Persona, chat. Like, here's the thing. I would stream Persona. But I found out those games are nearly 100 hours long, so I'm not going to stream that. I think you guys can understand why I wouldn't want to stream that, because that's really long. That's really long. Like that's really long. Like, I don't know if I want to stream that. We don't talk about what I sent you on Twitter. What did you send me? Oh yeah, the AI thing. AI thing. We should try that for a video, because I see Dartbox doing the character AI things, right? Like with Sonic. I feel like it'd be very interesting. Aw, I just saw something really sad. What is it? Yeah, lol, 100 hours shadow stream. Oh, if only, chat. Only if YouTube allowed 100 hours. Man, dude. What is it? Okay, I'll be better than Kakarot. Yeah, sure, keep on going, Vegeta. Keep on going. I'm not gonna be here for too long, so I gotta pass out. Oh, good, Thomas. Thanks for joining the stream, bro. We played Garten of Ban. Oh, yeah, 100 hour stream. You know what, chat? Like I said, if we, what is it? If we reach a certain goal. Oh, hey, thank you so much for $5 donation. What is it? No, I have not, but I'll definitely check those out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, bro, just woke up not too long ago. Cool. What time is it for you their butt for 100 hours? Who has the time to sit on their butt for 100 hours? Well, you severely underestimated what I would do for this. Nah, I'm joking. But, yeah, 100 hours. So it's going to take a while. We don't do 100 hours. I want to do a 24-hour stream, though, which I should do. That'd be a lot of fun to do. I just saw really hot women on my Twitter timeline. Oh. Bro. I love that, man. I love that. Oh my God, I love women, bro. Sorry, I just saw hot women in a live in my Twitter timeline. I just went. That's my reaction to that. Okay. Cool. What they gotta ask. Thank you for the 99-cent donation. Big dubs in the chat, everybody. Big dubs in the chat. I have a question. Do you like Latinas more or Rouge? Well, I mean, Latinas are Latinas, you know. Like, I mean, Rouge is technically an honorary Latina if you really think about it. Like, think about it real quick, right? What does Rouge remind you of? A big, bizonkus Latina. So in my eyes, she's an honorary Latina, bro. I love Latinas here. Love Latinas. Love Latinas. Women are awesome. I can relate, Jules. I just saw a beautiful girl on my Twitter timeline and just, man. Love hot women. Love hot women, bro. Just love hot women, man. Just, God, I love them. Can you play Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 or 3? Well, I still have to finish 2. I might live stream Poppy Playtime, actually. I'll probably live stream it. I have a long way to go with that. I need to live stream those. That's going to be, it's going to be interesting. I got to live stream Poppy Playtime. I don't find Poppy Playtime scary, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah. Bro, I'm Latino. Also, Rouge is actually Latina, dude. Exactly! See what I mean? Rouge the Bat. Is she Latina? There, I gotta do a Google search. No, Rouge the Bat is not Latina. What the Come on, man. Come on, man. Or is that supposed to be inspired by... So they're Latina... so her being Latina makes sense. I mean, it was inspired by a Latina bat. Does that technically count? Does that technically count? Counts in my book. Tomboys are a blessing in my timeline. For real, bro. Shadow likes Latinos. I also laugh when this meme pops. Hey, Andrew, thank you for the $5 donation. Big dubs in the chat, everyone. Thank you so much for $5 donation. Hey, Shadow, how are you? Will Tails be in this live stream? And have you seen Sonic 3? Yeah, of course I've seen Sonic 3. Mwah. Muy bueno. Mwah. Beautiful. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Will Tails be in a live stream? I actually don't know. That is a good question. That'd be really funny if Tails ever gone on. I don't think Tails ever will. It'd be cool if they them. No. Tails might be on a stream one day. We'll have to see. What else is there? I'm going to fart. Hey, thank you for the 99-cent donation. Big dubs in the chat. Thank you very much. I just farted. What DC Universe ever do you want to see in the new franchise? What do I want? What would I like? Honestly, the Teen Titans. I want live action Teen Titans. We're getting that apparently. So fantastic. I want live action Teen Titans. That's what I want. I want live action Teen Titans, and we're getting that, so I'm happy with that. What is it? I want a Sprite. Sprite is really cool. We got a long way until 900k subs, but that goal is still going to be reached. Thank you, Shattuck. We're going to reach that goal, chat, and it's going to be legendary once we reach it. Why broadcast that? Because it's kind of funny. Bro, Shadaria is a ship that should not exist. Ugh. Will we play Sonic Racing Cross? Of course I will. That's like saying if I'll touch grass. No, that's a horrible example. What am I saying? Yeah, no, that's like saying what was I saying? English, Spanish. English is Spanish. That's like saying, will I not sip for Rouge? Of course I'm going to. What kind of question is that? I love that. I love that stuff. A regular Sprite because my stomach hates me right now. Well, that would also be part of the smoking, Demos. Yeah, we're going to the team. My favorite superhero team. I love that, bro. Teen Titans go with their superpowers they unite. I wonder if they're gonna actually make them teenagers this time. That's the thing I'm curious about, because a lot of new Teen Titans storylines or whatever don't make them teenagers, and kind of the whole point. They're called Teen Titans. All we know about the live-action Teen Titans movie is that it's going to be the same lineup as the cartoon. So it's going to be Raven, Beast Boy, Starfire, Cyborg, and Robin. Which I'm perfectly fine with. For a first Teen Titans movie, they should focus on just those main 5. And then do things like Kid Flash, Aqualad, and stuff in the sequel. I like that. I'm very excited. They don't make them... Yeah, exactly. That I hope they're actually teens in the movie. You know what I mean? Okay, not every of us has smoking. Actually, maybe. I don't know. I love smoking the funny sticks. I just love smoking the funny sticks. That's called an addiction. Got that bad guys on the run. Yo, I might pass away soon. Don't say that, Demos! Don't say that, Demos. You have to stick around for Shadow extra time for that to come out. I'm joking. That's a terrible reason to stay alive. Stay alive for that long. No, no, no. You got this, Demos. Just fight through it. Just fight through it, Demos. You'll be fine. With their superpowers, they unite. You faker. Wow. I do hate Teen Titans Go. I focus more on the original series. I think Teen Titans Go is actually funny. But it sucks that it's overshadowed the original show. That's about it. Jules, go to sleep. It's only 1 o'clock. I don't go to sleep at 1 a.m. It's actually, I'm streaming pretty early than what I usually do around this time. All things considered. I usually stream a lot later than this. Teen Titans. Guys on. Which Teen Titans, which one would you be besties with? The main 5. Beast Boy. I would love to be friends with Beast Boy. Beast Boy would be fun. What's the adult members? They're called Titans. Yeah, see, here's the thing, right? My ideal Teen Titans roster would be, you do the main 5. The sequel movie, you can probably make Robin adapt, if you do Dick Grayson Robin in the first Teen Titans movie, live action one. You could do Nightwing in the second movie, right? But I want at least the first movie to just have a regular Robin, Cyborg, Beast Boy, and that sort of thing, right? I don't mind if they go the New 52 movie route, where they have it so that Nightwing leads the Teen Titans and all the rest of the members are younger for future movies. But I just want for the first movie to just have regular Robin and all the regular cast in there. And then you can age them up for the next movie if you want to, knowing this time span of these movies come out. You can do Nightwing the next one. I would just like to see regular Robin in a Teen Titans movie, not Nightwing in Teen Titans. You know what I mean? I want to see Robin. You can do Teen Titans in the next one. You can do Nightwing in the next one. I don't care. Never stop till the job gets done. Tails and Friends, welcome to the stream. Tails and Friends. That's cool. It's just like Silver and Friends, chat. It's just like Silver and Friends. Teen Titans, never meant to be led. Are you looking forward to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds? Of course I am. The game looks really good. I'm actually very interested. Looks like a lot of fun. Amelia's in the chat. What's up, Amelia? We're getting some classic people in the live stream chat. It's got the bad guys on the run. Finally posted the fic for the channel on DeviantArt because Wattpad is going down the drain. Oh, Shade, show DeviantArt. I gotta have a look, bro. I'm very curious. Link it in the comment. Okay, I think I found it. All right, Shade, I think I found it. I found DeviantArt. Oh. Wow, you write so much more than I do. I found it. I found the Rider of Fates, Chapter 1, the first spark. Oh, shoot. Found it. Thank you so much for the donation. What are your thoughts on the Silent Hill games and movies? I've actually never watched or played any of them, but I do have the Silent Hill 2 remake on Steam because I thought it'd be fun to stream one day. I don't like that because I don't like scary games. Scary games, I don't know about you guys, but to me, scary games scare me. That's why I'm not really looking forward to it, chat. I don't know. I don't know if I wanna, you know, play it eventually. Like, I want to get over my fear of things. But I do plan on playing through the Resident Evil franchise on the channel, though, so stay tuned for that. We're actually going to start Resident Evil 3 after we finish Undertale, and then after that, we're going to do Concrete Genie, and then that should be all the Let's Play donation requests all done by that point, right? And if you guys have any more you guys would like to see, let me know, and I'll tell you how much it would be to play the game on stream. But we're going to marathon the Resident Evil games. We'll finish Undertale, then we'll do Resident Evil 3, then after that, Concrete Genie, then after that, we might do some Resident Evil streams. I feel like that'll be fun. Jules, I graduate next week. Oh my god. Oh, that's great and all, but who asked? I'm joking. Congratulations, Amelia. That's awesome. We share the same brain size when it comes to cape stuff. Yeah. I just want Robin. Just give me Robin. Right. Just Robin. I want do Nightwing in the next one. I just want, for the first movie, I just want Robin. I don't want Nightwing. I want Robin. They're probably gonna do Nightwing, but I want Robin. That's what I want. I want Robin. I want Robin in the movie. Regular Robin is the GOAT. Are we playing Undertale this stream? Nah, next stream. We'll continue Undertale. We could do it this stream, but I want to sleep though. Nah. We'll do it when I wake up. When I wake up, I'll do the Undertale stream. Shadow, thank you for the $10 man. Subscribe to this man. He's a legend. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you very much. Big dubs in the chat, everybody. Really appreciate all the donations so far, chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's my first donation ever. Is it really? That's weird because YouTube usually tells me when someone donates for the very first time. But that's really cool, man. Thank you very much. Don't scare me. Will Black Doom ever come back with the milk? If you count Black Doom appearing in the Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog movie coming back with the milk, then I guess so. Yeah, Black Doom is going to be in the Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog movie because of course he was. You can't do the origin of Shadow without Black Doom's literally the reason why Shadow gets created. Of course Black Doom's going to be in the movie. Oh my god, Black Doom's in the Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog movie? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's in it. For I don't. Jules, do you play Fortnite? Not as much as I used to, but I do play Fortnite. Fortnite. What I do in the Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog though is I present Black Doom in a different way. What I mean by that is I give him different type of dialogue and I change how the black arms operate. Because this is not a Sonic video game, right? Where it's PG and stuff like that. I'm going to go all out with the black arms in my Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog movie. And same with Shadow.EXE Time. I'm going to present them in a different way. I'm going to make them horrifying. I'm going to make them horrifying and gross. They're alien invaders, right? So it's like, I want to make them gross and weird. That's why I'm going to go with it. Like, I literally told myself if I ever made a Sonic movie, like if I were, if Paramount just said, hey, if you would make a Shadow movie, how would you do the black arms? I'd go gross. I'd highlight that they're disturbing, gross creatures, right? That's kind of the point. They're aliens, you know what I mean? Like, what's a way I could describe, like, showcase that? Like, well, what's an example? Like, for example, like the, what was it called again? Not the Black Comet. What was it called again? What was the thing that Black Doom tried sending to Earth? Asteroid. The Silent Hill 2 remake. Check out it's busy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Black Comet. It's the Black Comet. Okay, so I did get it right. It's the Black Comet. I would make that a living entity. I'd go out all with the weird and gross. I'd literally make. I'd go all out with it in terms of like weird and disturbing they are, and I'd make the Black Comet a living entity. Like instead of like just the black arms just living on it, there's like a whole crevice cave inside of it of a living creature. I make it weird. Yeah, that's what I do. If I actually did the black arms in a live action movie, I'd make them xenomorphy, right? Like, not the way they look, but the way they act. And that's how I present them in the Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog. They're very weird. And no, not really weird, they're disturbing. They're gross, you know what I mean? Yeah. Shadow, stop laughing. Shut up, Goku is calling you. I bet Goku isn't even calling you. Wow, I'm joking, by the way. I hate Fortnite so much. I much prefer a story mode game like Assassin's Creed 2. If you know this game, you got my respect for me. I actually haven't played Assassin's Creed 2, but I have it. I have it, but I haven't played it. I watch your old videos. Thank you, bro. My old videos? Mwah, love my old videos. Does Gerald and Black Doom have a relationship? I mean, it depends on how you swing it, you know? Well, now graphic, that sounds really cool. Thank you. Guys, I have Rider of Fates with me. Oh, Shadow. I just saw a sneak peek. I saw Shadow.EXE Time in there. That's never coming out. No, I want that to come out. I will say, chat, because I have written bits for Shadow.EXE Time already, right? Like, I have it planned out, right? But I properly start writing it proper, like, and creating, like, an actual script and finalizing a script. I start literally later this year. Like, I already have it. I'm getting it ready. Yeah. Are both movies similar? No, The Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog and Shadow.EXE Time are very different movies. The Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog is a human drama with a lot of talking and no action. Almost no action. It's literally just people talking scientifically terms and then learning about family drama. And then Shadow.EXE Time is a lot of action. A lot of it. They're very different movies. One's a human drama, one's about Sonic characters. You know, like the actual Sonic characters in war, you know what I mean? Yeah. Is there gonna be a story? Of course there is. Funny you mentioned the Black Arm stuff, because I debated on having Black Arm's invasion as the reason why Shadow and Nicole's wedding got ruined by stuff. I completely forgot your Shadow and Nicole are together. I completely forgot that was the thing. We are the Rouge Simp cult. Long live Shadow, our leader. Bro, I'm a proud member of that cult. The Rouge Simp cult. That's a good cult in my eyes. Old man Yowie. Old man Yowie, bro. I honestly, I completely forgot Yowie was a thing, a term. But yeah, Yowie, you got, I was about to say I love it, and I don't. What did it say? The Rouge cult, yes. I just heard that the Magics, I forgot to watch Amazing Digital Circus, chat. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to watch it. I forgot to watch Amazing Digital Circus. I forgot to react to the episode, man. What's wrong with me? Yeah, so I have to watch it. Yeah. Freaky Eye Alien X Old Man, Lamau. I do have trouble planning on what to be for that reason, Lamau. Yeah, failed us /J. I forgot, bro. I'll react to it. I'll react to it this week. This weekend. Trust. How dare you, bro? Shut up, bro. I'll get into it. You're fired, Jewel /J, bro. You mean episode 5? Yes. I have Ryder Fates here. Yeah, Shade, this kind of goes hard, bro. I read the first, like, what is it, like, first sentence of your fanfiction? It goes a little hard. Are you okay with us reading it on the stream? I don't mind reading it. Would you guys like to read some Jules and Shadow fanfiction? We got some fanfiction in the chat. Would you guys like to see it on stream? Do you justice, by the way, / foreshadowing? I don't care. I don't care. That's funny. Would you guys like to hear some fanfiction on stream? I'll read out some fanfiction. If Shade's okay with it, of course. With her permission, yes. Man. Guess your favorite character Digital Circus is Jax. I like Kinger. Kinger is the chess piece, right? Which one's the chess piece? I think it's Kinger. I completely forgot that. I forget the names of the characters. The chess piece is my favorite character. At least because, like, what I liked about him from the episode that he had with Pomni is I like how he has the most depth out of all the characters so far. Like, I find his character very tragic. He's a very forgetful person. And I think that's really cool, because I think it makes for a very interesting but also tragic character. I like how that's the first character that Pomni was able to actually relate to and have a conversation with, besides the Gator from episode 2, right? I liked that. I liked that personal moment they shared with each other. I thought that was really sweet. I like Kinger. Jack's just kind of funny. Jax is just a funny character, you know what I mean? Ever read Sonic High School? I never did, actually. Alright, chat. We're gonna read a fanfiction! Are you guys excited? We're reading a fanfiction. Are you guys excited? We're reading a fanfiction, chat. We got a fanfiction here we're gonna read. Fanfiction time, chat. Fanfiction time. Yay! It's fanfiction time. Fanfiction time. We're reading a fanfiction. Let's read a fanfiction, chat, by Shade in the livestream chat. I am going to make the screen bigger so you guys can sort of read better with me when we read this. All right, we got it here. Let's read fanfiction, chat. All right, you ready? I'm gonna do my narration. We're gonna read some fanfiction by Shade in the live stream chat. I'm actually going to start crying. The fic isn't a ship thingy. Okay, I'm curious. All right, you guys ready? All right, we're gonna read this out. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to narrate. I'll see how I go. I literally haven't read out anything to people since, I don't know, since I was in school. So let's see how we go. All right, by The Writer of Fates. By Shade Writes Things. Think of this like an audiobook. It's an audiobook, right? Like what if I do like what if I do a special voice for it? It's like Chapter 1. The First Spark. In a world where a YouTube community could bring their creations to life, there's chaos, there's hurt, there's determined to these communities branch together into a tree, forming smaller branches where some branches fell and hit the ground. Thank you so much to all donation. What is it? According to give this series, the branches hit the ground. Others stood tall and bloomed for years to come. In this particular community, these individuals... I'll read out the donations in a sec, chat. Sorry. I'm going to hyper-focus on this one. I'm trying to imagine in my head. I'm hyper-focusing. I'll read out chats in a second. In this particular community, these individuals created their own interpretations of characters from various franchises, since rightfully they didn't own them. Time gave to this community at one point, led by two who were a part of a group that they started together. At first, it was being a simple bet that was until that was... I can't grammar! Bet that was until numbers started rising and a door for success opened. Thus, the Sonic character channel community came together, going through changes over the course of time. In the beginning, Jules, a beloved Shadow channel, and Darkbox, better referred to as Dark, had his Sonic channel, and other interpretations came into the circle, most notably Ganon and his Chaotic Knuckles channel, and Cisco with his Silver channel. Thank you for listing the proper Silver channel, by the way. That's a good detail. Thank you for detailing the correct Silver channel. The list went on, and the interpretations were given to different people, and the groups stayed primarily the same, going through periods of drama and peace like any community did on this platform. In a world, the creators and interpretations lived together as roommates. Some got along and some didn't. This is where our story begins, when we focus our attention on the consequences of how this platform was structured and how power was given to control these interpretations. Jules, despite being Shadow's and the other interpretation's summoner, wasn't treated as such, or like anything besides a slave, which only irked Jules more. Jules didn't really expect to be treated as some monarch or a monster, but he wanted to be treated as an equal with respect, a basic want for any living person. The other interpretations gave Jules respect, except for Shadow. Then again, Shadow rose superior since he's Jules' most formidable compared to the others. When Shadow streamed, Jules was more or less known as his roommate, which was the truth pretty much. However, when Shadow did stream, Jules would be nearby in case of emergency, like his streaming setup nearly getting blown up or the carpet below being tainted by unwanted knowledgeable substances from Shadow's private time on the computer, which has happened many times. This is very true, by the way. Despite it all, Shadow saw Jules as a lower being, pretty much forced to work for him, not with him, for him. That alone bothered Jules, that he was seen as a slave rather than a living person. What's up, Movie Sonic? Welcome to the live stream chat. Dude, we're reading fanfiction, channel fanfiction. We're reading it right now. Shadow pretty much saw Jules as one who could carry the burden of the more difficult responsibilities and pretty much forced him to do things Shadow didn't want to do himself. Jules only appeared in live streams when Shadow streamed, or Jules did them himself. Many supporters of the channel caught onto this dynamic very quickly, in which it didn't strike controversy. It only gave Shadow more of a reason to degrade Jules. However, a person can only take so much ridicule. Crash! More crashing! Oh, it's terrible! Mom, pick me up, I'm scared! Jules awoke out of what felt like a coma and shot up, barely having time to put his glasses on and blink when a black and red hedgehog raced downstairs and stood right directly in front of Jules. The reaction, however, was shock when it shouldn't have been. What the hell was that for? The Shadow called out to Jules. What is it? Oh, like, what the hell was that for? Shadow called out as Jules slapped him for being startled. Okay, I was reading the voice. Oh, what the hell was that for? Oh, I don't know. Maybe just getting right in my face. Right in my face. Jules paused, turning around to read the clock. 6:36 in the morning? Shadow shrugged at his annoyance and stood up. But before he could go anywhere, Jules' voice cut him off. Mind explaining that crash? And Shadow raises a finger to answer. but doesn't, really wanting to take accountability for it. Jules stood and began walking, not knowing what he was about to walk into. Oh. I feel it. I feel it in here. I feel it. What have you broken? Jules asked if it's happened often, which it did. When Shadow would get pissed, he would break things as if objects mocked him. Nothing. Just a vase, and maybe I almost threw something at your game shelf. Shadow spoke like it was nothing, but Jules was busy grabbing a Coke from the fridge to give himself an energy to even think of dealing with this right now. I mean, he really did research. He wasn't really in the mood to play nice with Shadow's attitude right now. Then again, he never really was, but today felt different for the man. Shadow looked at him. Shouldn't you be careful about your heart? He asked more. Shadow looked at. I need to read these things in voice, bro. Shadow looked at him. Shouldn't you be careful about your heart? He asked, more like an insult rather than a concern, as Jules took a sip of soft drink. With enough sugar to cover the salty remark building up his own mouth, Jules gave him a look. Shouldn't you have a girlfriend by now? He asked bluntly, and Shadow looked like he was about to ask Jules the same question, but Jules walked away before he could, sort of running from that insult. Jules turned and looked at the other personas, all being different characters. They were sleeping besides the one following him. Why exactly are you up so early? Walking into his office, sitting down in the familiar Spider-Man gaming chair and setting the soda aside and losing his desire to finish it at the present moment. Oh, goddamn. Goddamn. Is this a true story? Shadow, this guy's chat, this fanfiction is hitting a little too close to home, chat. Shadow, being too short to sit in any proper human-made chair, clung onto the back of Jules, hovering above him. Well, I was busy eating ice cream and crying over the fact that no woman will ever love me. However, I need to get a video out. We haven't uploaded in. Shadow paused, trying to count. Jules staring at him for an answer. Shadow looked like his brain was melting after a few seconds. 6? Yeah, 6! I've been waiting for you, he explained, nearly clawing the chair he clung to. Why am I saying things out loud so badly? Waiting for me, have you? Jules asked, knowing damn well that wasn't the truth. Yes, you haven't been doing your job, leaving me out to work and doing whatever gay stuff you do. Shadow accused them, a typical reaction that Jules at this point was got on the daily. Jules would have smirked, had it not been for a slight irritation at the thought of something. So next time I want to record something, I can just interrupt your private time with the body pillow. Don't think I don't realize. Don't think I can't fudge and read. God damn it! Don't think I don't realize them when lotion disappears. Shadow drew a blank for a moment and gave it to Jules enough to amp back. Next time you want to blame me for something, do something believable. Jules spoke with this. I don't know who's talking anymore, man. I gotta read these things out before I read them in the voices. Spoke out in a spiteful tone as he spun around in his chair, facing his computer setup. Shadow nearly fell off, simply sat on the chair arm, next to Jules directly, watching Jules click through the tabs. Shadow would deliver a jab, which felt more like a punch into Jules' shoulder, and Jules simply shoved the other off the chair. Shadow picked up on Jules' more sassy stance and looked at him. You seem more sharp than usual. Jules met his eyes. What? Hate that you can't insult me to cover up your little issues? And Jules mocked, and that did hit a nerve. Shadow stood on the chair arm to reach Jules' face and reached to grab him by the collar, and yet Jules didn't flinch. Noted his expression change. Bro, chat, I'm more farming. Chat, I'm more farming. I'm more farming, chat. Did I hit a nerve by any chance? Giving him a challenging remark, to which Shadow scolded and gave Jules a look that could kill. Shadow stormed out, leaving Jules to do whatever he needed to do, muttering something about a payback, but Jules gave no attention to it. Jules shrugged off the annoyance, but he couldn't help but enjoy his win, even if it was small and dark. Part of his mind wondered if he could trigger it again. Jules shook it out of his mind and focused on the computer. Jules and Shadow were often at sorts, back and forth with each other, with not only Jules' anger at being treated unfairly, but Shadow didn't find Jules' disobedience or sass too enjoyable. In fact, it irritated him even more than usual. One day, Shadow got an idea. I'm gonna burp. And that was not a burp. At one point during a debate between the two, Jules was reading something, not half paying attention, and nearly saying the words in the book, rather than the words in his mind. Shadow picked up on this, and without Jules realizing it, Shadow teleported him into the basement and slammed the door. Bro, I did some magic incantations! Jules had fallen on his shoulder, clutching it in pain before looking at the book he had dropped. Now remembering the page number, and he hadn't for the bookmark on the page, retreating more angry than the fall itself. Jules walked up the stairs and beat the door as hard as he could. I think it's really funny because you just took the story from when I read Five Nights at Freddy's: The Silver Eyes. You actually pay attention to the stories I say. That's from Chad. Dude, Shade actually did her research. So this story from here is from when I was reading Five Nights at Freddy's: The Silver Eyes. I was reading that book, and I dropped the book onto the ground, and the bookmark fell out. I completely lost where I left off in that book, and I just didn't read it ever again until like 4 years later. So you actually took that reference. That is insane. Yeah, that's a deep cut. This feels real, chat. Like, I'm having an existential crisis. Like, this could be real. And I am just talking about memories that I've long lost forgotten. Right? Like, this is getting too real, chat. This is getting a little real. It's getting a little real, chat. You think this is funny, don't you? Wait, Jules shouted as Shadow stood on the other side of the door, locking it. Yeah, it is. Waiting to throw the key out the window. But he hesitates. You're gonna leave me here? Jules asked with almost a worryful tone, not really wanting to spend his time in the basement of all places. Yeah, we're thinking about it, Shadow said dryly, and Jules groaned in frustration before taking a breath. If you don't let me out, I'll just bust down the door. When Shadow heard that, he almost laughed. With what, your fist? He mocked before hearing Jules kick the door. Jules made a dent but didn't break it. Damn, I'm strong. Okay, that's inaccurate. He thought for a moment before turning around and grabbing a steel baseball bat. Convenient, Jules thought, before swinging the bat, smashing the door up, and knocking Shadow over. Boom! Jules scoffed, dropping the bat before grabbing his book and leaving the room. One day, he muttered, clutching the book tightly. The next day, Jules went to the movies with a few friends, and after the movie, a spark of inspiration hit. When Jules got home, he sat down, letting the ideas flow. Time passed, and Jules continued thinking. He had control over the characters he played, but yet he didn't enforce it, and was stepped on by Shadow's ego, which he knew damn well was a facade, until Jules looked over at the journal he was writing in. Jules sat there and thought until and suck it in. He could change the story, control the past and the future, write out Shadow's story, and as Jules thought, pacing around the room as thoughts filled his mind, almost panting from adrenaline, there was more to this. Jules could change Shadow's fate with the flick of a quill given to anyone who had interpretations that they had creative freedom over, since, after all, these interpretations were not the real deal, and technically, it made Jules a soul owner. Damn, bro, I unlocked the third eye, bro. Do you want to know how I'm imagining this in my head? Because I'm imagining this in my head as it's happening. I'm imagining the quill coming in, like, and I'm about to write in the notebook. It's like a scene from Death Note, you know, when, like, Light writes in the Death Note, it's so dramatic, like, like, you ready, like, you have the music going, like, what's, I need to get a clip, I gotta show what I mean. Where's the clip, right, I gotta, oh, but this will get me copyrighted. I will do, Light writing in Death Note, there, it's like, alright, no, copyright music. Like this is what I can imagine, right? When the scene plays out, this is how I imagine it. It's gonna be zoomed in, I just realized, but it's like that. Like, I'm gonna stop showing that before my stream gets copyrighted, because that's anime footage, and I definitely can't show that. That'd be bad. Jules could change Shadow's fate with the flick of a quill given to him to anyone who had interpretations that they had creative freedom over, since after all, these interpretations were not the real deal, and technically, it made Jules a soul owner. The thought alone made Jules' mind run with creative ingenuity. After a few minutes, he sat down and he wrote it out. His hand was moving faster than his mind as the writings got deeper and darker, full of emotion and soul that hit way closer to home. Finally, after a few minutes, a messy first draft of an idea came to mind. Jules looked over and pondered the titles until one came to mind, and he quickly wrote it. Shadow, Edge of Time. Bam, bam, bam. Jules dotted the quill in ink and set it down. He looked over the draft and grinned. He knew just what he had to do. After a while of writing out to give himself some ideas, Jules paused and wiped his forehead free of sweat. He then took off his glasses and rubbed his face, pitching the bridge of his nose, and out the corner of his eye, he saw the black and red hedgehog walking up, and he put his glasses back on, facing him. What are you doing? Jules probably could guess where he was if he put thought to it, but his mind was elsewhere. Jules crossed his fingers and gave a soft grin. Well, I was thinking of some ideas to spice things up a bit for the channel. Care to hear? He asked, trying to drop the enthusiastic grin on his face. Shadow looked at him suspiciously and hesitated, but soon nodded, his ear twitching to listen. Well, I was thinking about telling a few stories through a cinematic lens. I've always wanted to try my hand at something a bit more serious, and I think I have just the opportunity to do it. Jules explains, getting more determined, talking with his hands, which only proved to Shadow that Jules was motivated. Well, who exactly is going to write these little stories, Jules? I'm not a writer. Shadow was cut off by Jules chuckling, not catching the pride in it. You may not be a writer, but I am. I'm imagining this as an anime in my head, bro. I'm imagining this as an anime in my head. Jules states, looking a tad prideful, with always made Shadow uneasy for an odd reason. Before he got the idea that Jules would be doing the majority of the work. well, that works, so who's the target for these stories? You're finally writing a Star Wars story or something? Jules asked, sitting in the arm of the chair. As intriguing as that might be, not this time. It's about you. Shadow looked surprised until it clicked. Oh, right. It is my channel, after all. And Jules said, ours. Corrected before supporting Shadow's weight, making direct eye contact. The point is that I could write stories and make them into stories, cinematic style, with you right in the middle. Sounds good? Jules kept the desperation for him to accept out. Jules kept the desperation for him to accept out of his tone. Shadow thought for a moment. So, do I get Rouge? He asked bluntly, and Jules would have liked to slam his head into the wall for it. Then took the look alone gave Shadow his answer. So, no head. So, no head. No! Shadow rolled his eyes at Jules' sass before thinking again. Or might as well. Well, leave me to think about it, and I'll brainstorm. Jules tells Shadow, slightly shoving him off the chair. So, do I get to see the story you have planned? See, that's the neat part. You don't. Because nobody has. Jules thought for a moment. He hadn't thought that far ahead. Knowing if Shadow did see it, he would call off the idea before Jules could write the story to existence. It then came to him. Maybe, we'll see. I have to finish it first. That's funny. That's really funny. And maybe if you let me finish the movie script, I could maybe let you have a certain bet. Have a moment. Jules knew he had him around his finger with that, and Shadow immediately started spazzing out, accepting Jules' promise like it was gold. Jules smirked himself, thinking he had Shadow in the palm of his hand. Oh, we're at the end? No, bro! However, Jules would regret this promise, because Shadow would get angsty to Jules to finish, and when Jules retaliated, he found himself locked in the basement to finish. He beat himself up for shoving his food in his mouth, so to speak, but soon calmed himself down, knowing respect and maybe even revenge could come out from this. Jules thought for a moment and brushed the ideas away, just wanting to finish besides the thoughts, although the ideas still lingered in the back of his mind as he wrote. Little did we know that this would only be the beginning, and something would happen that neither Jules or Shadow would expect. Oh, bro, come on, man! I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I'm invested now. I want to see. I want to read more. I'm invested. I'm invested now. It's so funny though. When we get to the part you sent me. Oh, come on, dude! I'm actually so excited. I was so into this shit. That was awesome. I love that. Big dubs in the chat for Shade, everyone. That was lit, dude. I was getting into that. Like I'm a bit upset that it's ended now. I'm like, we're like, what? Oh, but I was excited to see where it goes. Like, he ended it on such a cool chapter 1, cliffhanger. That was lit. That was awesome. That was awesome. Big thumbs in the chat for Shade, everyone. That was cool. That was awesome. Rider of Fates. I'll leave a link to it so you guys can read it for yourselves. In the live stream chat, here's the YouTube. Here you go. Here's the link to chapter 1. So if you guys want to read it for yourself, I highly recommend it. Here's the link if you guys want to read it for yourselves. In my opinion, gets the Shadow the Hedgehog seal of approval. It's really good. I really enjoyed that shit. That's awesome. You're a good writer. Just stick together when now, and now I know that who I'm crying. Shade gave you dyslexia, Mo. Dude, I actually got dyslexia of reading that, man. I don't know why. I definitely don't have dyslexia, because words aren't flying in my face. It's written very well. I think it's because I'm not used to reading things out loud. I'm used to just reading it silently to myself. Because when I read something, I never read it out loud to myself is the thing. I never read it out loud. I could give a teaser for chapter 2. Up to you, Shade. But that was great. I really enjoyed that. Okay, Shadow, no problem. Mine's coming soon. Jules, trust you'll be able to read mine soon. Writer's block is killing me. It do be like that sometimes, don't it? It do be like that. Hold up. Oh, Shade's writing in chat. I'm excited. You ever thought about carrying Sanctum, the Hedgehog, anti-Shadow? Of course I have. You have to wait for the Multiverse series for that, though. Wink, wink, and nudge, nudge. Don't worry, guys. The Multiverse series will come out eventually. Trust, trust, trust. Like Edge of Time, it will come out. Right? I almost wish I could ask Jules to read the parts of my story, but that ain't happening. It's up to you, Corn. Have you seen Transformers 1? Yes, I love Transformers 1. This was good, though. I love the idea of Shadow being this character Jules is kind of stuck with. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is in the videos, you know? I was running and went with my Interstellar AU instead. I mean, that's cool. Write whatever you want to. Man, that was cool, Shade. I genuinely had a lot of fun with that. Thank you very much for showing that to us. Some of you guys are genuinely such talented people, man. I don't know what it is about Sonic fans in particular, but you guys are some of, like, the most creative people I've ever met. Like, genuinely, you guys are awesome. You just couldn't let me go, could you? This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. You truly are incorruptible, aren't you? Oh my god. I love Heath Ledger Joker, man. I love The Dark Knight. I love that movie, bro. It's in my top 3 movies of all time. My top 3 movies of all time are Toy Story 1, Spider-Man 1, and The Dark Knight. Those are my 3 favorite movies of all time. It's The Dark Knight, Spider-Man 1, the first ever Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, and Toy Story 1. Those are my favorites. But it's... Oh, I found the teaser. Chat, we found the teaser. We got the teaser. Okay, okay, chat, we got the teaser. We got the teaser for Rider of Fates Chapter 2. Excited. Let's read it, chat. We're gonna read it. No, Jules is caught off by Bright, looking directly into Jules's eyes. No, we're not gay. Wait. Am I gay? Yo, Bright's in this? That's cool. Bright asked as if he was asking a parent about the special toy in the drawer. We'll touch on that later. Anyways, Shadow, Bright's staying with us, so you will have to get used to it. Jules tells him as Bright was looking at Jules' shoulder and his neck. This apartment's full of people. How many more are you going to add? I think it's just him for now. Besides, I don't think you're going to stop me even if I did. Ow! Jules looked over at Bright, biting his shoulder and tried prying him off, but he was stuck onto him. Interesting. Man, Bright the Hedgehog's in this? That's a deep cut. That's cool. That's cool. That's technically the... If you want to get technical, then... This is technically the first ever... What is it? Fan fiction for Bright ever. I'm excited for you guys to be Bright the Hedgehog. He's going to be a fun character. I'm excited. His short is already completely planned out, and I'm excited for you guys to see it. I just have to finalize writing the script for it, and then I have to get a model made for it. Am I gay? Yes. JK, Chapter 2, I come in and give you the gay to Bright, Lamau. I want him biting. Lamau. Forever, but it's forever, it's even better. Have you seen the Daredevil movie? I have not, actually, but I've loved the Daredevil TV show. What is it? You considered writing a book about Shadow? The story was amazing. Yeah, that's great. I took inspo from the fact that he's completely opposite from Shadow, so his relationship with Jules would be the opposite too. That's also very true. That's a good point. Yeah, Bright is the opposite of Shadow in almost every way, in both color scheme, in what is it, his story, and what he's like as a person. I wanted to do a different anti-Shadow because Sanctum exists, and Sanctum's cool and all, but for me, I feel like when it comes to anti-characters, I think Shadow's probably the only character you can do where you can either make him really good or really evil if you want to do an anti of him. Because he's already in between, right? So I reckon you can actually have 2 different types of antis with him. And Sanctum, while cool and all, he still acts a little too much like Shadow for me, in my opinion. Right? Like, you look at Scourge, right? Scourge is not Sonic. Right. They may be the opposites of each other, but by terms of characterization, they're not the same person. Same with, like, Anti-Tails and Anti-Knuckles. They're not the same character. They just look the same, right? So that's my thing with Sanctum. For me, he acts too much like Shadow. So I wanted something completely different. That's my idea for it. That's why I wanted to do a new take on Anti-Shadow, because I wanted to do something different. Like, personality-wise, you know what I mean? Something that's actually different from actual Shadow. That's what I wanted to do. But Sanctum will be in the Multiverse series, though. But that's why I wanted to do Bright. I wanted to do a different take on an anti-Shadow, because it'd be fun. Have you seen those 90s American Sonic cartoons? I've seen a few of them. I haven't watched all of them, but I have seen a few of them. I grew up with Sonic Underground. That was actually the Sonic cartoon I grew up with, was Sonic Underground. Right, and Sanctum being Shadow's angel and demon on his shoulders. Yeah, actually, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Sanctum is like an evil anti-Shadow. Bright is a good anti-Shadow. Currently waiting to go fishing. That's awesome, Aki. Bright, a gremlin. Yeah, I love him, Lamau. I'm happy a lot of people really like the design for Bright the Hedgehog, by the way, chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you. The design came out better than I could have ever expected to. I love Bright the Hedgehog's design came out way better than I ever imagined in my head. I'm very happy with how well it was done and how well Solvex put it all together. She did a wonderful job. I told her exactly what I wanted, and she did something above and beyond what I originally imagined. So it turned out great. I'm very happy. I can't wait to see a VR chat model of him. What's the actual difference between Bright and Sanctum? Sanctum is an evil anti-Shadow. Bright is a good anti-Shadow. Imagine a Shadow that's actually happy, cracks jokes, and laughs. And he's really happy all the time. He has a good attitude towards things. Whereas Shadow's, you know, espresso depresso, you know what I mean? That's the difference. And Bright's actually good with people as well. Bright actually gets along with people. Amiga's brace, for real. I gotta go. Have a good one, Amelia. Thanks for joining the stream. You wish Batman Arkham Shadow was a regular console game like me? I wish it wasn't tied to the Oculus Quest 3, because I heard it has... A lot of people are calling the best Batman Arkham story of all time, and I really want to play it, but I can't because it's only it's a Quest 3 only game, and I hate that. I hate that it's a Quest 3 only game. I hate that. I really want to play it. I really, really want to play it. I want to see what the story is like. Shadow eats coffee beans, Lamau. That's Shadow for you. Isn't me espresso? Sanctum is basically chaotic evil. That's how I would depict Sanctum. I put him as chaotic evil. I need my t-shirt custom made. That's awesome, Amber. Bright the Hedgehog. Hello, Bright the Hedgehog. Can't wait for you guys to meet him. He's a fun character. Oh, there's a world where Rouge only likes you and no one else. It'd be heaven for you. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not Shadow's world. So, good luck, Shadow. That's not Shadow's world, unfortunately. The city is full of people ready to believe in good. That's so good. Yes, that's a great way to put it, Dominic. It's like that. But also, one thing I really wanted to do in the Multiverse series that you guys are going to see is that Maria, what is it? It's either Shadow losing Maria is not a constant in every universe, but also Maria existing isn't a constant in the universe as well. That's the thing in the multiverse. Anything's possible in the multiverse, guys. So, in my Shadow Multiverse series, you'll meet Shadows that just never had a Maria before. Or some that have never lost a Maria, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things where it's like, the multiverse is a big place. You will meet Shadows that never had a Maria before. Some who have never lost a Maria. Or one where Maria just doesn't matter, you know what I mean? That's the universe. Anything's possible. Anything's possible in the multiverse. Different possibilities. What if theory in other worlds, yeah. Yeah. I love you till the day that I die. I love Billie Eilish music, man. More skilled at combat later on. Like, anything's possible in the multiverse. There could be a universe where Shadow doesn't exist at all and it's just Maria. You know what I mean? That's also possible. I'm excited for you guys to see the Multiverse series when it eventually comes out. A fun fact, later on, Joseph finds himself in more of a sole owner position than he expects to. I will warn people that this story can and will mix comedy of whatever genre you call deep. I'm interested. I'm excited, Shade. You got me excited. I'm excited for what's come. Or there's a Maria that lost or didn't have a Shadow. Exactly. The multiverse is a big place. Some of the main characters in my Shadow Multiverse series, the different Shadow variants, some of them don't even have a Maria. That's how different it is. No fanbase of Shadow never existed, Lamau. That's the multiverse. Anything's possible. Does Bright have a Maria? You guys are just going to have to see it when the shirt comes out. I'm not going to answer that. You guys are going to have to find out in the short that I release of Bright the Hedgehog. That'll explain his backstory. You guys will have to see. Maria could exist, Maria couldn't exist. You're just going to have to see. I gotta go. I'm camping tonight with the boys. That's awesome. Have a good one, dude. Valerie, welcome to the stream. How's the Spanish dubbing going of Sonic Comfort Shadow? I'm very excited to see that. I just saw a cute cat video. Now I'm very happy. I love cats. So makes it because of a certain heart condition uses leverage. Do you think that if it would you will? Oh, I'm very curious. That's awesome. I love that. Actually, let me check if this person's on, because I haven't spoken to him in ages. I'm checking if this person's on. Alright, easy. Can't wait. You cannot wait, Aki. What's a piece of medium that's underrated but you think more people should get into? You guys should read more comic books. Comic books are awesome. That's my opinion. I think comic books are really, really cool. If you want really, really good superhero stories, you read the comics. You get really good stories out of the movies, and some even fantastic stories. But if you want the best of these characters, you read the comics, because that's where the best stories come from. That's the blueprint. I promise. Is it though? Because people sit for Shadow way more than Sonic, and he's a bigger fan favorite. I actually think Shadow is. I honestly believe Shadow's more popular than Sonic. My reasoning for this being that what is it? I know more people in my personal life that aren't even Sonic fans who don't even play Sonic games, but love Shadow. Like nearly everyone I knew wanted to watch Sonic movie 3 just because Shadow was in it, or friends I knew that don't buy new Sonic games only bought Shadow Generations because it had Shadow in it. I think Shadow is more popular with the general audience than Sonic is. A lot of people love Shadow for a reason, you know what I mean? Shadow the Hedgehog. Will be released very soon. Can't wait. What would you say is your biggest issue with Shadow's characterization in modern Sonic material? Shadow needs more of his own identity, which is really ironic that I'm saying this because I literally do it on the channel. But you know, I have plans around it. That there's not much Shadow does with his character beyond the Maria stuff. The Maria stuff is always Shadow's character, and he should be his own independent person, is essentially the thing. The problem is they always characterize him the same way they've been characterizing him for the last 20 to 30 years, is essentially the thing, you know what I mean? That's kind of the issue with him. He needs to have his own identity, his own hobbies, be his own character, essentially. Not just Maria, you know what I mean? All about Maria, you know what I mean? He shouldn't just be angst or whatever, you know what I mean? Needs his own identity. Which I have plans to do in the series that I'm working on, so stay tuned for that one. I think it's gonna be fun. Yeah, Shadow needs more of his identity. His own identity. I saw someone make a reference. Hey, Jules, you ever plan on having Nazo or any other OC villains like that showing up the Shadow Multiverse series? Yes, Nazo is a main villain in the series. Nazo's in it. There's gonna be a lot of fan projects featured in the Multiverse series. And there's a reason why they're there. It's not just it's not just for like, oh cool, look at this little fun reference to this series or whatever. It's like, no, there's an actual reason why they're being showcased. Okay, guys, we're gonna read out the story that was given to me that Aki is currently working on. So we'll have a look at that. What is it? The only problem is the little mini. Okay, so here we'll read the story that Aki's working on. And we got a new story to work on. We're not with okay, this is cropped terribly on the screen, but you know what? I think you guys basically get what's going on here. So let's read. Leaked DMs, chat. Leaked DMs. Leaked DMs. We're looking at leaked DMs. In between the fabric of space and reality, time and dreams, the stars die in a wonderful display. The creations of life forms take from these stars. The creations of life forms take from these stars. However, one still lives on, although he will die soon. The shooting star, capable of granting any wish, will soon die and destroy this world, while the dead star will save him, even when he thinks he cannot. Two different beings, both powerful in every right and wrong. Also, here's this. Interstellar AU main characters. You have Sonic. The shooting star. He is able to grant any wish, but is growing duller and tired, and will soon die out. His death will be so devastating that it will kill the entire universe. Well, no pressure at all. Shadow, the Dead Star, black hole. He is able to manipulate gravity. Well, see, the black hole thing is because of how much I eat food, because I can't stop eating food and get fat. And he can manipulate gravity. That's what fat people do. And can regenerate, reignite under the right circumstance. He's very similar to personality-wise to normal Shadow, but finds out about the shooting star and wants to steal its power. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. I think that's cool. Cool premise. I like that a lot. Give me Jules' dyslexia part 2. Because I never read things out loud. Whenever I read a book or whatever, I always read it to myself. I never read it out loud. I'm not a read out loud person. I like that. I think that's a fun premise so far. I'm curious to see where it goes. Jesus Christ, I just saw something really disturbing. That's really gross. Twitter timelines be like, that's what fat people do is crazy. Nice, Zesty Riders. Zesty Riders. That's really cool. That's really cool, guys. That's awesome. I can't wait to see where it goes, Aki. I genuinely can't wait. That's cool. I like the premise so far. Really want to show you guys the birth of Shadow the Hedgehog script, but I'm not gonna do that. In fact, just to taunt you guys, I'm gonna open the script right now on my screen for you guys just to not see. I mean, look at this long script for the birth of Shadow the Hedgehog that nobody can see. Only I can see it right now. This is my script. Only I can see it. Did that save? Hold on. I gotta check something on my script. God, I hate my dialogue. It's fine. I'm just too critical of my own work. Looking at the script right now. Yeah. Delete that. Yes, delete that. Alright, I have a good 81-page movie script right in front of me. Isn't that beautiful? Jules, why though? Alright, Jules, remember how I said I cried that you show you? I might have to send your trophy early. Oh, what? Oh, Shane, that's really sweet. That's the least I can do. I think that's really fun. I really appreciate you making fan fiction. I think that's really fun. I'm just gonna look at the birth of Shadow the Hedgehog script right in front of me. This nice 81-page script so far. It's 81 pages so far, chat. So it's gonna be finalized this month. This month of July, the script's being finalized. So 81 pages. Look at all this text and dialogue, man. You know, only if you guys can see it. You know, like there's a lot here that I just can't show because, you know, it's spoilers. You know, but like I have a lot here. You know, it's really interesting. All this story and dialogue and talking. There's a lot of talking in this, and talking. This entire movie is just talking, by the way. There's like barely any action. It's just talking and talking. Talking here, and then talking there, and then talking there, and then talking over there. Talking over there. Talking. For what I need to tell you something. Aki, that's dark, Lamau. I want to see it. Oh, come inside the moon. Burn up with captain. Valerie, out of curiosity, do you like, what is it like? Is English your first language, or is Spanish your second language, or is Spanish your first language? Like, do you like understand English well? I'm asking that, like, genuinely curious. I mean, look at this script. There's a lot here. I like this script. This script is really cool. Okay. Hey, Shaddy, Missy, how are you? It was fun at Disney World. That's awesome, Cherry. Hope you had fun with that. And then I crashed your wall and steal the computer to spoil the script. I feel a little bit generous today. Would you guys like me to read one scene. This won't take long. It's a short scene. Would you guys like me to read to you one scene? It's from the beginning of the movie. It's from the beginning of the movie, so it's like literally this is literally like the first minute of the movie. If you guys want me to read to you the passage for the scene, it's a short scene, so it won't take long. Okay, I'll read to you the first scene. It's the only thing I'm ever gonna actually read out to you guys from the script. Interior, location unknown. Shadow is seen in a lab container as we hear the sounds of beeps and bubbles, drowning out slowly into sounds of punches. Cut 2. Interior, prison island interrogation room. Gerald is being interrogated by GUN agents, each punch landing with brutal force. He grunts in pain, struggling to endure the relentless blows. The GUN agent asks, Where is it? Gerald breathes heavily, his voice betraying a hint of pain with each ragged inhale. Project Shadow, where are you hiding it? Gerald responds, covered in blood. I don't know. Ha 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 ha. He keeps on laughing. A high-pitched sound then pierces the air as blood splatters onto the ground, more spilling from his mouth after a brutal blow to the head. The agents leave the scene, and Gerald is left alone. Alright, that's the first minute. That's all you guys are getting. That's it. That's the first minute. There you go. That's all I'm giving you guys. I know it's not much of spoon feeding you guys, but that's the first minute. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't spoil it too much. Igor. Who's voicing this man? I actually haven't casted Gerald yet. I've casted Black Doom though. I've casted a few of the characters already, but Gerald I haven't casted yet. I need to figure out who's gonna voice Gerald. That's the one I need to figure out who I'm gonna get to voice. I gotta workshop some people to figure it out. My voice demo video on Twitter. Yes, I did, Valerie. It was really cool. I really liked it. Is fighting this hand. You're feeding me. Yep, that's all you guys are getting. I know it's not much, but it's something because I don't want to give away too much. I already gave you guys the first minute. That's the first minute of the movie. And shout out, how do you feel about K-pop Demon Hunters? Haven't seen it, but the music is wonderful to listen to. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to watch the movie eventually because this gives me motivation. That's awesome, Shade. But yeah, like I said, I'm excited for you guys to see the birth of Shadow the Hedgehog. I haven't worked on anything this hard in literally my entire life, so I'm really excited for you guys to see it. Edge of Time will be even harder to work on, but currently, as it stands, the birth of Shadow the Hedgehog is the hardest thing I've worked on so far. How do you pick a voice actor for your project? I look at their voice reels and see what they have, what I'm looking for. Right tone of voice, right type of emotion. Because the important thing for me, when it comes to this story that I'm writing for Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog, the emotion has to hit. There's a lot of emotional performances because I'm not for this movie, I'm not looking for overly animated voice performances. I want it to feel like a live action movie with how the characters sort of talk and get voiced essentially. I want it to feel like a live action performance. That's essentially the idea behind it. Because it's a drama, so it has to have the emotion. I've already casted for how many characters? I've casted for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've casted 5 characters so far. I have a 6th character I will cast, but it's a very small role, but I'll see if she'd be down for it. I think her voice would be perfect for it. Maria has been casted, and Black Doom's already been casted. Those are the 2 main ones. I just haven't found one from Gerald yet. I hate people who use AI to write. See, I don't mind if people use things like Grammarly and stuff like that, but if you're using AI to just write the story for you, then what's the point? That's my opinion. Like, what's the point? You're ruining the point at that point. I think there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong using things like Grammarly and stuff like that to like fix your grammar. Like, I think that's fine. But if you're using AI to just write your story for you, then what's the point? Jules, if you were going to make a Spider-Man movie, what would you do for it? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's a lot. Let me do a Spanish dubbing of your movie. Yes, Valerie. In fact, I wanted to talk to you about that, actually. Would you be okay with me DMing you at a certain point about it? Colleen Hoover ass writing. I mean, you're not wrong. I watched the movie It Ends With Us, and oh my god, bro. I watched the movie It Ends With Us. Fuck. Alright. Okay, so I watched the movie It Ends With Us. It's a Colleen Hoover adaptation of her book It Ends With Us. It's a story about depicting abuse in a relationship, right? And I don't know what the book is like. I haven't read the book, but I watched the movie, and fuck. I never seen anything more cringy in my entire life. Like, I was actually in pain watching that. It was so awkward and so weird. It was just, ugh. Ugh. Yeah, so I watched it. It Ends With Us. That was fun. What I hated about It Ends With Us, right? Is this what I hated about it? It was so... ugh. But how it depicted abuse was depicted really well. That's the problem. The problem I have with that story, I'm not sure what it's like in the book. I haven't read the book. I'm talking about the movie. It depicted abuse really well. And I think that's the reason why I really hate this movie, right? You have a topic like abuse, right? And you have scenes that depict the abuse in a very realistic way. That's actually horrifying to watch, right? You feel bad for the characters. But at the same time, the story surrounding the abuse sucks. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, you depicted the part of the story you wanted to depict really well, but the actual story sucks. And I hated the ending. Oh my god, that ending sucks, bro. Holy mother of God. Like, what do you mean you're gonna let the abuser, you're still gonna let your abuser see your child? Like, fuck. F you, bro. Hate that. I never read the book, so I don't know. But the movie, man, hated that. Hated. It depicted abuse really well, but the story surrounding it was just... See, you want to know my issue is? I'm gonna come across as a book nerd here. I'm gonna book nerd out here, right? Can you do a future video where you collab with Jolts on his second channel, Edgy Squad, Shadow the Hedgehog? Yeah, I actually been debating on doing that as a video. Like, imagine it'd be a fun video where we do Shadow the Hedgehog meets Shadow the Hedgehog, or I think I've already done that. Shadow meets Shadow. I know I've done that for Emerald Masters. I think I would have. Shadow meets Shadow. Yeah, that's it. Shadow meets Shadow VR chat. I think I already did that title for Emerald Masters. Shadow meets another Shadow. No, I should do Shadow meets Shadow the Hedgehog. I can do that with Jolts. That'd be fun. Shadow meets Shadow the Hedgehog. That'd be a funny title. So I'll do that then. I'm the only one who possibly understands my writing. I get that fear. I get that. My problem with writing is that I'm too overly critical of my own work. Like, I've been sending the script of The Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog to a lot of people because I want to get their opinions. How's the story? How is it written? Do you guys like the story? Doesn't make sense, right? And the problem I have is simply this, right? I read my own stuff, think to myself, this dialogue is garbage. What was I thinking? This sucks, or this is terrible. This sounds terrible. And then I hear from other people, they're like, no, this is really good. And I'm just there going like, is it actually really good, or is it actually like bad? Like every time I look over my work, the reason why the Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog script takes so long is I'm too overly critical of my work for the movie. That's my issue. Instead of just writing it and doing it, you know what I mean? I'm too overly critical, so I keep on redoing things, and that's why it's taking so long. I keep on redoing things without, like, properly finalizing it. That's my issue. It was good. I enjoyed it a lot, Shade. That was cool. Yeah, exactly. We're overly critical of our own work. Do a stream with the chaotic screen. That would be fun. If you were to do a Team Chaotic show, what would you do? Oh, Team Chaotic. Oh, that's easy. If I were to make a Team Chaotic show in the movie Sonic universe, I'd make it a funny detective show. I think it'd be a lot of fun if you explored the Team Chaotic's crew trying to be a detective group in the Sonic universe. They find a piece of machinery on the ground that belonged to Eggman that was probably left over from Earth. And they go on an investigation to investigate where this piece of technology would have come from. Then that leads them towards Earth. I feel like it'd be a lot of fun if you play with the personalities of each Chaotix member really fun. Like Espio, Vector, and Charmy. But for a movie universe sort of take, I feel like you should make the personalities more over the top on purpose and play more into the fact of it being a detective show. Like a funny detective show, right? Where they themselves take themselves as a detective agency really seriously. In actuality, they're terrible at it. I think that could be the fun part. So I reckon if you do a Team Chaotix movie, a Team Chaotix show, it should be a lot of fun. It should be a fun show. I feel like you can make a really funny, fun show out of it. You know what I mean? You can make something wholesome out of it. But overall, I think you can make something really funny out of it. You lean more into the fact that they're actually detectives, but they're actually really bad at it, while they think, from their perspective, the way we're watching the show, we think they're really cool and awesome. Then in actuality, what's happening actually in the show is that they're terrible detectives and they're not even doing their job properly. And I think it can make for really fun banter if you play up their personalities on purpose. You play more into the fact that Espio takes himself as a very serious ninja, Vector as like the serious like businessman, and then Charmy as like the charming psychic, you know what I mean? I feel like that'd be fun for a Team Chaotix show. You have to lean more into that. That'd make for a very fun show. That's my idea for a Team Chaotix show. I feel like that'd make for a fun Team Chaotix show in the movie universe. That'd be a lot of fun. I'll see you, Shadow. Have a good one, dude. And you should do it a Bridge of Jules' content. I would love to see that, Shade. Genuinely, I would love to see that. I would genuinely love to see that. Will Bright appear in a Shadow arc? No, he won't. He will appear in the Multiverse series. And he might appear in stuff afterwards, so we'll have to see. Because literally after the Multiverse series, I don't have any other stories planned based afterwards. Besides what would be the final storyline if I were to ever end the channel. But like I said, that would only ever happen if I end the channel, and that's not happening anytime soon, so. The Multiverse series is kind of the final story out of all the cinematic projects I've planned. That's sort of the finale. There'll be other cinematic stuff, but in terms of the cinematic story from the Maria arc leading into the Fleetway Shadow arc, then into Edge of Time, then to the Multiverse series, that storyline will end there. Heck yeah. In the movie, you see them in the background. Yeah, exactly.
fantastic. Yo, trim a little life fantastic. Trim a little life fantastic. Man, rats and rats, rats and rats, forever the ball. Damn. Where's Master of the Rats, Bats of the Rats, forever the ball. Will you consider using Hedgehog Maria in comedic videos when she meets you in Darbox's versions of Sonic and the others? Yes! After Edge of Time. I won't use Maria the Hedgehog for comedic videos until after Edge of Time. JXJ, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Hey, Shad, I've been wondering, will Knuckles join the Mario Kart world if you do an next stream? Also, I was wondering, is there going to be a trailer for the Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog? Yes, I have the trailers for Birth of the Shadow the Hedgehog already planned out, and the teasers for it. I have that all planned out already. Maria the Hedgehog. Maria the Hedgehog. What do you think of Sonic Crossworlds? It looks really cool. I'm excited for it. Have you had any pets? I haven't had any pets, but I would love to have a pet cat. I talk about it a lot. I would love to have a pet cat. It'd be a lot of fun. I'd be one of those streamers or YouTubers that would have a cat cam in his live streams. Yeah, I'd be one of those YouTubers that would have a cat camera on all the streams. So you're having the stream layout you have right now, then the top right corner, you would see my cat camera. Like the camera just focusing on my cat. Let's Zavok and Infinite. But if one were return, who would you prefer? Infinite. Because Zavok's already been in a lot of other things, right? Like, Zavok has had storylines in the IDW comics as well, right? So I would like for Infinite to at least come back for something. They still never explained what really happened to him. You know what I mean? Like, after Sonic Forces, they never really explained what happened to him. You know what I mean? Afterwards. If you have predictions about story stuff. What do you mean by predictions, Shade? Kitty cats are amazing creatures. I love cats. Cats are really funny. Watching your stream while I'm shopping. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. With future in chapters, I think you're gonna have a lot of deep cuts. What I mean by that is that you've already had a lot of deep cuts in this first chapter already to stuff that's already I've said about stories about my life in the past. I reckon I'm gonna see more of those in other chapters. That's my prediction. They actually pay attention, Shade, and I think that's really sick. That's really cool. In fact, that flatters me. You actually take the stories into account. Like the Freddy Fazbear's pizza thing. That's a deep cut. That's really cool. Like you took the Freddy Fazbear's pizza story. My computer is freezing. Darn. At 2:52 a.m. Yes, Godzilla -1. We're in the same time zone. Jump up and down, moving on the whale. Gain the hands and the sound on your hand on the ground. Say 1 step flip, 1 step right. Never gonna act so grown up. We ain't gotta get garbage. I forgot if it was fan made or not. Yeah, it is, because the only official Infinite comic stuff we've ever gotten was the prequel comic about how Infinite joined the Eggman Empire. That's literally the only ever canon material we got of Infinite ever outside of the game. Is literally that prequel comic. It was a pretty fun prequel comic. Yeah, so yeah, the only official Infinite stuff we got that wasn't from the game was from the Forces prequel comic. That only added a very small amount about why he joined the Eggman Empire. It was simply Eggman asking, "You want to join the Eggman Empire?" Jackal Squad said, "No, you shouldn't." And Infinite's like, "Okay," and that's it. Added a lot. At least you got to see the Jackal Squad. Their designs are very cool. Shame we never see them ever again. Until the Chaos Syndicate movie, which will come out, I don't know when, but you will see the Chaos. You will see in the Chaos Syndicate movie. You will see the Jackal Squad in that, and they'll be explored. I elaborate on the Jackal Squad. Alright, shows realistically. That's probably why it feels that way, to be honest. Yeah, I really appreciate that shit. That's cool. It's hitting close to home. I love you till the day that I die. Genesis, I just threw up. Oh, jeez, Genesis, I hope you get better soon, dude. Throwing up sucks. Shadow's stronger than Sonic. See, I've always believed that, to be honest. I always believed that if Sonic and Shadow ever fought, I feel like Shadow would win because of his Chaos Control abilities. That really puts him a mile ahead of Sonic. But also, to be fair, Sonic can Chaos Control now, so I don't know. Because Sonic can technically Chaos Control. Oh my god, my wife Margot Robbie, it's her 35th birthday today. Oh my god, did you guys know that Margot Robbie, the most beautiful actor ever that played Barbie and Harley Quinn, is my wife, and she's now 35 years old? Would you guys like to wish happy birthday to my future wife Margot Robbie, who is currently 35 years old? The rest, I guess, when writing the anger scenes because human behavior. Yeah, fair. If I hanged out with someone like Shadow, I'd be mad. I wouldn't want to hang out with someone like him. Oh, guys, I forgot to tell you guys. I found my waifu list. I found it. It's salvaged. Guys, I found my waifu list. I found it. Chat, I found my waifu list. I found my waifu list, chat. I found it. I found the waifu list. Would you guys like me to read out my waifu list? I found my waifu list. Would you guys like me to read out my list of waifus? This isn't all of them, by the way. This is everyone I've remembered and I wrote down. So this is every girl that I see as a waifu. I have them literally all written down here. It's a really long list because it's like the list is always expanding. I thought we burnt that. Oh, actually, I found it. All right, here's my waifu list. I'll read it out because it'll be funny. Here are all the people I simp for, and like I said, this list is not finished yet. This is only a small portion of the list because I still need to write down more people's names when they come to mind. All right, here's my waifu list. I'll read it out in 3, 2, 1. Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Mary Jane. Okay, wait. Catwoman, Black Cat, Harley Quinn, Mary Jane, Lois Lane, Jinx, Vi, Poison Ivy, Starfire, Wonder Woman, Tsunade, Yoriichi, Misa, Rouge, Margot Robbie, Sydney Sweeney, Emma Stone, Mel, Mio, Pyra, Mithra, Princess Peach, Rosalina, Samus, Elizabeth, Bulma, Videl, Anya Taylor-Joy, Power, Makima, Toga, Silk, Batgirl, Batwoman, Gwenpool, Melia, Noelle, Celica, Android 18, Talia, Daisy, Fubuki, Ashley, Nora, Abby, Kiyu, Jessie, Brooke, Candace, Candy Crush, June, I don't know who that is, Liani, Lillian, Lola, Android21, Kefla, Khalifa, Kale, Aiko, Tiffany, Venus, Kanya, Belly, Nikki, Adam Eve, Laura Croft, Scarlet Witch, Jean Grey, Ayla Sakura, Nia, Galactica, Diva, Tracer, and Emma Frost. There's still way more to this list, but that's all I have written down so far. So that's my waifu list. Candace Candy Crush is a character from Honey Pop. That's why I wrote down the names. Where's Lady D? Who's Lady D? How many goddamn? I could still put more. Huntress, of course, Huntress. Add more to the list. Okay, Huntress. Other female characters. Supergirl. I love Supergirl. Also there. I should put Caitlyn on there from League of Legends. I put Zelda on there, right? Did I say Zelda? I don't think I said Zelda. Zelda. Resident Evil Mommy. Oh! Lady Demetress. Love Lady Demetress. She's so hot. Adding more people to my tier list. This is my waifu list. What other female characters exist? I put Mary Jane on there already, right? Yeah, I already did put Mary Jane on there. Gwen Stacy, I think I already put. I put Gwen Stacy on there. That technically counts. Gwen Stacy. Jessica Jones. Love Jessica Jones. Female characters. Hawk Girl. Love Hawk Girl. Black Canary. How could I forget Black Canary? I love Black Canary. Of course, Emma. I love Emma Frost. Bulma. Do I not have Bulma on there? I could have sworn I put Bulma on there. If I didn't put Bulma on there, I'd be surprised. I guess I didn't. Alright, Bulma. Vados. Alright, other female characters. Mara Jade. I love Mara Jade. Mara Jade. Jessica. Oh, Jessica Rabbit. Of course. Gotta remember the credentials. Jessica Rabbit. Love Jessica Rabbit. Very hot and cool indeed. Who else? Other female characters. I'm drawing a blank right now because I'm tired. I'm getting tired now. Power Girl? Yeah, Power Girl. Power Girl. GTA 5 loading screen moment. GTA 5 loading screen girl. Demos, I don't know why with your your list, I'm imagining a lot of furries. I don't know why, Demos. You strike me as someone who would have a lot of furries on your list. I don't know why I expect that from you, Demos. I can see it in my mind's eye. I expect to see a lot of furries on there. I don't know. That just reads you for some reason. Oh, Elastigirl. Elastigirl. Well, see, I knew it. See, chat, I predicted it. Divas, look at the way they're responding. I knew it. Elastigirl. Of course, Elastigirl. Why did I say Elastigirl, man? She's thick as hell, bro. Put Wonder Woman on there, right? Yeah, Wonder Woman's there. See if you're correct. Blaze the Cat, no. I'm not into Blaze the Cat. I'm not into any Sonic characters. The only reason I put Rouge there was for the funnies. But I'm not into any Sonic character. Because I am not a furry. By the way, chat, just a little teaser. I'm charging the full body trackers at the moment for VR, and they should all be charged for filming the next cinematic video. I'm charging them all right now. I will not confirm or deny until I make the list. Into Pokemon girls or Poke girls? Nah, a lot of them are underage. That's gross. I guess Cynthia. It's an adult. Cynthia. Oh, Jessie from the Team Rocket. Of course. Gardevoir. No, that's weird. I'm joking. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, April. Yes, April O'Neil. Of course, from the original series. I love that April. I already put Wonder Woman on there. Female comic book characters. Where's Maria? Nah, bro. No. She-Hulk, of course. Sue Storm, of course. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of missing the bare essentials, chat. She-Hulk, Sue Storm, Poison Ivy. Oh, I already put Poison Ivy on there. Did I put Scarlet Witch on there? I could have sworn I saw Scarlet Witch in there. There's Scarlet Witch. This is here. Spider-Woman. Yeah, Spider-Woman. Spider-Woman. Love women. Adam-Eve. Adam-Eve, of course. How could I forget? Adam-Eve. Mira. Yes, Mira. Donna Troy. Yes, Donna Troy. Carl Danvers. Captain Marvel. In a feather that we should stick together when no. Mystique. Love Mystique. The Yu-Gi-Oh characters on the list. The only reason is because I never watched Yu-Gi-Oh growing up. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon people in your mind? Nah. Oh. Female police officer from Bad Scoob movie. The disguise, I mean, like the actual, like the girl, not the hologram of the guy that's actually posing as the girl. So that funny clip. No, I just like the girl itself. It's voiced by Shai. Who would you pick for the role? I just wanted the game voice actors, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright, I think that's enough of the list today. I filled out the characters. Boom. I added more to the list. The extra ones I've added just now to the list are Huntress, Supergirl, Caitlyn, Zelda, Lady Demetress, Gwen Stacy, Jessica Jones, Hawkgirl, Black Canary, Bulma, Vados, Mara Jade, Jessica Rabbit, Power Girl, GTA 5 Loading Screen Girl, Elastigirl, Cynthia, Jessie, April O'Neil, She-Hulk, Sue Storm, Spider-Woman, Adam-Eve, Mira, Donna Troy, Captain Marvel, Mystique, female police officer from Bad Scoob movie. There you go, added more. And I still have more I can add, chat. The list will never be done. I still have more to go. I love women. Where's Android 21? I already said Android 21. Chun-Li. Oh, Chun-Li. Why could I forget my queen that can crush me with her legs? Chun-Li. You'll want this PC to die, probably. What do you think is the worst trend on YouTube right now? People that do prank videos, but actually do it for real. I think that's gross. I think that's bad. It's cringe. a lot of prank videos are staged. Never believe them, and if you actually do real pranks on people, then you completely miss the point. They're primes, exactly. It's like really bad. Like some of them are just harassing women. Like, get out. For real. Exactly. That's gross. That's disgusting. That's genuinely disgusting. I probably play Shadows 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the future. Yes, I will play Poppy Playtime, more of it in the future. Don't do that, man. That's great so far. I'm very curious, Demos. I'm actually about to go pass out, chat. I'm getting really tired. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. I'm getting really, really tired. It's getting late. But I want to thank everyone in chat that watched the stream. Thank you to everyone that donated. You guys are lovely. Would you consider to be a character channel veteran? No problematic people, please. If you're talking about Sonic character channels, then I would say so, yeah. In terms of actual character channel, no, there are character channels before me, plenty. But in terms of a Sonic character channel, yeah, I guess you could say so. Alright, chat. Before I go, let me schedule the Undertale stream to prepare for that one. Let me prepare the Undertale stream for... There you go. Alright, chat. The Undertale stream has been scheduled. We will finish the pacifist route. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very excited. Uh-oh. Okay. I think we're all good for the stream. Okay. I scheduled another stream. Alright, chat. I have scheduled the Undertale stream. It won't be as long as it was the last Undertale stream because we're near the end of the game already. Alright, here, chat. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, I'll see you all on the next stream. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching.